How many times have you heard opposites attract, but do you know the benefits of loving someone so different?
So there are actually several, and Dr. V is here with Houston Relationship Therapy to share more about it.
Yeah, so tell us what happens when opposites attract.
Well, the great thing, and that's what we're going to focus on, is the good things, because we all know what happens when it's like boom.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that if you're in a relationship like this, there are so many advantages that I'm hoping that maybe you don't know you're taking advantage of, but that are there. And the first one is that you have complementary strengths. So what that might look like is the things that you're really good at, the things that come very easily to you, might not come so easily to your partner. And having those different perspectives, having the different learning styles, all of that can really help you to be a more dynamic couple, especially when you're trying to get through something.
Oh, you can be a real
really
power couple with the complementary strengths. Okay, what about when it comes to just learning and growing?
Right. So we talk about often in my field fixed and growth mindsets, right? So if one of you is more fixed, one of you is more growth mindset, then that's the sort of thing where you can really bring this idea of, oh my gosh, there's a whole other way to look at this scenario, this situation, our trajectory. And for learning, you know, obviously we've all learned at some point in different ways. Some people need it to be more visual, some people need it to be more auditory. Again, you're going to be able to tackle things quicker as a couple because you're going to take it from all sides.
So, and then that obviously leads into sometimes when you learn and you grow, your problem-solving skills are better. Is that something you notice too?
Exactly. When you're learning and growing, it's so important to resolve issues. And if you have one way of doing it and your partner has a really opposite way, then maybe you kind of take turns taking sides of like, okay, I'm going to take the lead on this one. Don't call the repair people. Let me handle this one, you know. And taking turns and kind of tagging. And again, not a lot of couples have the opposite ability to do that. So when you can do that, it allows for you to feel like, okay, we're in a team. It's not just always you handling it or not just always me. Or we always seem to end up in the same spot with everyone we talk to. And of course, the last one that I think is more often than not seen as a negative, but I think is a total positive, is that there are sparks and excitement that come from being in a relationship with someone who's pretty much opposite of you. The good thing about that is that you're going to see things from their perspective, but it takes a while. So you need to settle in to being in this relationship and not just assessing day by day. It's more about the overall view, you know, taking that sky-high view and saying, you know, I appreciate our differences. I appreciate that you look at the world in this different way. I appreciate that you bring interest, new interest and excitement to my life. And not a lot of people see that, but I think if you're evaluating your relationship this week, check out if you're opposites or if you're similar and in which ways, and give each other a high five, because it's time to tag out sometimes.
Yeah. Very intriguing. Now we know
sometimes
why opposites do attract.
Yeah. All right, so don't run away though if you're similar.
No, that's a good thing too, but just know that you might need to either learn new ways of doing things or say, hey, are we missing something? Are we not looking at this, especially when it comes to family matters and you're talking to in-laws, you're talking to your kids. Maybe somebody says, you know, a lot of times we call it devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. That's just another way to say, let me look at this from the opposite side.
Right.
So
Thanks,
play
Dr.
devil's
V.
advocate sometimes.
All right.